In rural Kandiyohi County near New London, Larry Lavine took his collecting interest and developed a fun museum that is open to the public. Larry, walking into your museum, I'm blown away with your collection. You collect everything under the sun. How did you ever get started collecting?
When I was 12 years old, I started collecting, and I was taking an Indian history class, and I was trapping gophers at the time in a field. And there was a strange looking stone on the pile. Put it in my pocket, brought it home, showed it to my dad. My dad said, "We're going to go talk to a guy." He said, "I think it's an arrowhead." I said, "What's an arrowhead?" And so we went to the neighbor, and he'd been hunting for 40 years, and he had a big artifact collection, and I got hooked that night.
How many arrowheads are in your collection that you have actually found?
For the total amount of arrowheads that I have found, I just counted them up here a week ago, and I got 984.
But most of your arrowheads were found here in Minnesota.
I'll say 95% of my artifacts come from Minnesota, and it's mainly Kandiyohi County. There's more than just arrowheads. Been lucky enough, I found a complete pipestone pipe. It is broke, but I found both pieces in the same field within 2 days. And then I found a big blade out there, and the archaeologists have told me that this blade that I found was the largest one ever found in Minnesota as to this date. Everything that I have found, except for one item, some person bought one of my hammers, but otherwise everything is still here.
What do you use your collection for today? Besides your own enjoyment, what else do you actually use the collection for?
I've always wanted to show people the stuff that I've picked up. It's no good if you're going to put in a shoebox and stick it underneath the stairway, where I've seen other collectors, that's what they do. They won't share it. They won't show anybody. They're afraid somebody's going to steal it. There is no true red butterfly. There might be a little splotch on a wing red.
Look at this one.
But no butterflies are red. Just look at what's in them. There's worm candy. Somebody's got worm candies on.
What's worm candy?
Right here, that box right there.
Oh.
It's a little tablet. You swallow it for worms.
Bottle with the label on it.
Ooh,
that's
rare. And
Yeah.
the only way I do that is crawling in attics of old houses.
Yes, you have to find them in the house, of course.
Or an old barn or a granary. But yeah, I love
Yeah.
the labels on there. That makes it worth twice as what just a bottle would be.
Yeah, that's a beautiful bottle.
Yeah.
It looks like this was almost in a fire.
I think that's the way it's made though, that top.
Is it?
It's from like a blob top. It's similar to that.
What do you think they had in there?
That's an ink bottle, Carter's ink.
Ink bottle.
Yep. And that's the pour spout. See, they pinched it.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yep. Triceratops vertebrae from Montana.
And you rock collect too?
I do a little agate. But I've had all kinds of people. I've had bikers from the Hells Angels stop by here. I've had people from the Twin Cities. Every nationality I can think of, and I've never had a problem. When the kids come in here, they do like the arrowheads, the Indian stuff a lot, but there's a few other things in here that they really get attracted to, and that's kind of why I've been mushrooming off my Indian stuff. The butterflies, the fossils, the seashells, ocean life. And then if you're going to know anything about the stuff, when you find it or gather it up, then you got to get books and do some research, and that's kind of what I do. It's kind of like I'm like a teacher. In my museum too, especially the artifacts, it started my first quiz when customers came in here, especially the kids, but then the older people, they've kind of got into it too. I like to quiz them. Instead of me telling them what everything is, I ask, you know what this is or what its purpose is? So I started coming up with these quizzes, and I did one on Indian artifacts one time. I got 10 rocks on a piece of cloth. They got 6 questions. And I read each one to them, and I says, one of these 10 stones, or multiples, I said, will answer each question. And so they think, oh, that's easy. And I said, nobody's ever gotten them all right. I tell you, nobody's ever got them all correct. So
Till today.
Till today, okay. Question number 1 is, which 2 rocks are a freak of nature? 90% of the people pick this one. which tells you already you're wrong. That is a grinding stone, but it's not the best one in there. Okay, you got one right.
This one.
You really know your artifacts.
This one.
Wrong again.
Larry, I didn't win the prize.
Nope.
But I learned something.
You learned something.
And that's what your museum does.
Yep. And
It educates, and that's the best collection you can have, is one that people can enjoy and learn something about our history, our heritage, and that's what you've done here.